Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV.
Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, people of Ekiti. Good evening to all our viewers from all over the world. We really appreciate you for tuning in to news updates happening live on 24 News Radio and Television. Yes, I am Iva Karina Owari. Now, the news headlines. Insecurity. Ekiti government gives illegal occupants 7 days ultimatum to vacate farmlands. Constitution review. Reps advocate establishment of terrorism, kidnapping, banditry tribunal. Akwa Ibom emerges cleanest state in 2025. NEC okays 100 billion naira for police training institutions, 2.6 billion naira for consultancy. 38 adopted Kwara worshippers reunite with family. Now the news in details. As part of measures to ward off criminal elements and bandits from the state, the Ekiti state government has issued a 7-day ultimatum for the evacuation of some non-native illegally occupying a farmland and border post between Ishon, Ekiti and Eda Oniyo in Ilemeje local government area. The government described the immediate evacuation as apt and apposite to avert any action that could threaten the security of the people and their well-being at this period when cases of kidnapping and banditry are escalating across the country. The Ekiti State Deputy Governor, Monisha De Afoye, handed down the order in a statement signed by the Special Assistant on Media, Victor Ogunje, while mediating on a land dispute between Eda Oniyo and Ishon Ekiti at her office in Ado Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital, on Wednesday. The troubleshooting action followed a petition written by the leader of Eda Oniyo, Oba Julius Awolola, complaining about the ceding of sprawling parcel of a land to people suspected to be non-natives of the Ishon community, which they said could fuel insecurity along that axis. Interacting with the stakeholders, Afuye posited that Governor Biodo Oyebanji is working assiduously to provide a waterfall security for Ekiti residents, saying nothing will be allowed to thwart such actions being taken to ward off bandits and killers from the state. The deputy governor added that it will be counterproductive and dangerous for people whose roots and histories can't be easily traced to be apportioned any farmland in Ekiti for habitation or farming with the ferocious level of insecurity in the country. She told the monarchs of the two communities to immediately convey the message to the occupants to vacate the farmland and ensure that the order is wholly complied with. We all know what is happening around the country. Eruku in Kwara State, where people were killed and kidnapped, is a few kilometers away from Eda Oniyo Ekiti. So we won't take anything to chances. We won't wait for our people to be killed before taking action. Prohibits amnesty, ransom payment to kidnappers. The House of Representatives on Wednesday proposed the establishment of terrorism, kidnapping, and banditry tribunal for prosecution and trial of culprits. The resolution was taken during the consideration of numbers amendments during a committee of the whole chaired by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Benjamin Kalu. Kalu, who doubles as the chairman, Special Ad Hoc Committee on Constitution Review, announced the proposal, saying that it is tailored towards addressing the menace of insecurity in the country. The lawmakers also proposed the tracking and auditing of all armories owned by the federal government. Speaking, the chairman House Committee on National Investigation Agency, Honorable Ahmad Satsoni, who observed that tracking and auditing of the arms is crucial in tackling insecurity, explained that such strategy is a crucial aspect of intelligence gathering in the fight against insecurity in line with global practices. The lawmakers also proposed the establishment of the National Fallen Heroes Trust Fund. tailored to pay reparations to the families of deceased members of the armed forces, as stipulated in number 35 of the amendment proposals. The House unanimously prohibited amnesty ransom payments to kidnappers. However, the lawmakers had a prolonged debate on the recent presidential order for the withdrawal of pleas from VIPs, while the chairman House Committee on Police Affairs, Honorable Maki Yelman, called for the total compliance with the presidential directive. The deputy speaker argued for exceptions. While venting their views, the deputy speaker and majority leader, Honorable Julius, advocated for the exemption of parliamentarians, judges, and state governors from the directive, considering the sensitivity of their positions. The lawmakers are expected to resume debate on other proposed bills during Thursday's plenary. Akwa Ibom State has emerged as the cleanest state in Nigeria for 2025 with an cumulative score of 79%. This is according to the Clean Up Nigeria report for the year 2025 released in Abuja. Enugu and Ebonyi states followed closely, ranking second and third place with 65% and 56% scores respectively. The report, signed by the National Coordinator of Clean Up Nigeria and Secretary of the National Technical Study Group, Prince Ene Baba Owo Jr., made public during the public presentation of the State of the Nigerian Environment Report, Stone 2025 Unbroken, and the Cleanliness Performance Index, rating all the states in Nigeria, held in Abuja. The 15-member NCSG, led by Professor Solomon Balogun, conducted the yearly study from November 2024 to November 2025. The study combined physical verification of all states and towns in Nigeria with a score point of 20% and satellite imagery system that collects spectral data scoring 80% monthly. It also used 5 variables comprising of street-stroke road cleanliness, vegetation and drainage control, waste management services, public opinion poll, and knowledge, attitude, and practice of hygiene and sanitation measures by the people. The National Economic Council (NEC) has approved the sum of 100 billion naira, subject to final ratification by President Bola Tinubu, for rehabilitation of training institutions for police and other security agencies in Nigeria. This followed recommendations by the ad hoc committee earlier constituted to assess the state of the police and security agencies' training institutions nationwide. At its 154th meeting held virtually on Wednesday, NEC also approved the sum of 2.6 billion naira for the consultancy services for the project. President Tinubu had, at the 152nd meeting of the NEC in October, proposed the overhaul and revamp of training institutions of security agencies nationwide. According to the statement by the spokesman of the Vice President, Stanley Wocha, chairman of the ad hoc committee, Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, had in his presentation to Council underscored the urgency and significance of the condition of the training facilities, saying most of the training institutions are in dire condition. Following the presentation by the governor, the chairman of NEC, Vice President Kashim Shettima, reaffirmed the commitment of the government to address the situation. The VP Shettima also charged governors of the 36 states of the Federation to ensure that economic reforms by the state government translate into clear, measurable improvements in the lives of Nigerians. Noting that governance is meaningful only when citizens can feel its impact, the Vice President particularly urged all tiers of government to focus on execution rather than rhetoric. He said the era of policy without results must give way to governance defined by tangible outcomes in communities across the country. We'll be going on a quick short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
From Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin, all across Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV. From Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin, all across Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV.
And we bring to you this breaking news. The Senate on Wednesday confirmed the appointment of a former Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, retired, as Nigeria's new Minister of Defense following a rigorous 5-hour screening by the lawmakers. During the confirmation hearing, Musa faced tough questions on recent security lapses, including the withdrawal of troops from Government Comprehensive Girls' School Maga in Kebbi State shortly before the abduction of the schoolgirls on November 17th. Musa assured the Senate that he would immediately set up a full-scale investigation into the troop withdrawal once he assumes office. He also vowed to probe the recent killing of brigade commander in Borno State, Brigadier General Musa Oba, and other attacks targeting military officers. He said, "It is very unfortunate and really painful. I want to assure Nigerians that we will not stand by and have terrorists have the capacity to do such." The 38 church worshippers earlier adopted by gunmen in Eruku, Ekiti local government area of Kwara State have finally reunited with their families days after the Punch Online reported that government officials had yet to release them despite announcing their rescue. The worshippers were adopted on November 18, 2025 during a special Thanksgiving at CAC Oke Ishegun Eruku, an attack that which 3 persons were killed and another sustained gunshot injuries. In a statement issued Tuesday night, the Chief Press Secretary to the Ekiti Local Government Council Chairman, Dada Sunday, confirmed the freed adoptees were formally handed over to the Chairman of Ekiti Local Government Area, Awelewa Olawale Gabriel, in Ilorin by Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak. According to the statement, the handover marks the end of coordinated rescue operation involved federal and state security agencies. Awelewa, while receiving the victims, thanked the President Bola Tinubu, Abdulrazak, the National Security Advisor, and all security agencies for what he described as a swift and decisive intervention. We appreciate the comprehensive medical care and provisions given to the abductees after their rescue, he said, assuring residents of Ekiti local government area that his administration would continue to prioritize security across all 10 wards. The adoptees, according to the statement, arrived in Eruku at about 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, where they were welcomed with jubilant relatives and community members. Also speaking, the Owa of Eruku lauded the joint rescue efforts, thanking President Tinubu, Abdulrazak, and security agencies for ensuring the safe return of worshippers. Their reunion had brought relief to the community since the day of the attack with no had rest of mind. The incident underscores the rising security challenges in Kwara border communities, particularly in Ekiti local government area, which had recorded multiple cases of adoption in the recent years. This is all we have for you today on News Updates that always happen live at 24 News Radio and Television. Let's look back at the major headlines we had today. Insecurity, Ekiti governor gives illegal occupants 7 days ultimatum to vacate farmlands. Another headline says Constitution Review, reps advocate establishment of terrorism, kidnapping and banditry tribunal. Akwa Ibom emerges cleanest state in 2025. NEC okays 100 billion naira for police training institutions and 2.6 billion naira for consultancy. And lastly, 38 adopted Kwara worshippers reunite with families. Thank you for staying tuned on this platform. We really appreciate you. I am Aiva Karina Wari. We hope to see you tomorrow, the same time on the same station. Bye.
From Abuja to Lagos.